Well, well, well. Youngboy never broke again. Some marbles have been raced in the digital format. Fate has willed a Youngboy reaction, which is cool. I don't really know much about this guy. I got a great write-up from Will I was reading this morning. But interesting artist in the sense that apparently he's huge when it comes to streaming numbers. I just looked it up. He's got 19 million monthly listeners. But apparently the mainstream doesn't really get into him that much. And also, from what I've been told, the music nerds don't really get into him that much, which I can account for because not a lot of people, honestly, hardly anybody has mentioned this guy's name to me, which draws my interest because he's got a lot of listeners. Like, he's doing something right. But why is it that there are communities that are like, no, not him? You know, it's interesting to me. And I like that just because the whole basis of this channel is exploring new music and testing my own, I guess, I don't want to say limits because that just sounds kind of weird. But, you know, trying to broaden my horizons and expand and hear just different things. Challenge my own, preferences and what have you. But this guy, from what I understand, I know he just churns out music left to right. Like multiple albums a year, just works and works and works. I read a little bit of background on him from Will. Thank you. Will, fucking awesome write-up, man. Like, I guess when he was a little kid, he broke his neck and he had to wear this helmet and it put scars on his forehead. I think you can kind of see it in the picture there. And like his dad went to prison and his mom was gone and just rough childhood. And apparently he doesn't really mince words too much. And so, he's out of Louisiana. That's kind of it. So, I mean, I just real tiny taste of an idea of what he is, what he's about. Pretty straightforward, apparently, in terms of his lyrics. Let's check it out. I'm interested. AI Youngboy 2 was the one that everybody, or I guess it's called AI 2. Maybe everyone refers to it as AI Youngboy 2, but apparently this is one of the more popular ones, and so we just landed on this one after his Marble one was one of the top 4 to clear the final race there. Carter's Son apparently has nothing to do with Lil Wayne. I'm just kind of saying a bunch of useless things. Let's drop in. 18 tracks, 55 minutes, quite a bit of music, but quick, lean songs. I think I'll try. It's tough with the YouTube. I have to chop out, like, I try to chop out about 40 to 50% of the music so the videos don't get blocked. And so if I just sit and listen the whole time, it's kind of tough to edit that. Anyway, whatever. That's none of your guys' problems. I'll try and just listen to the songs. Maybe I'll pause once in the middle or something. If you're watching on YouTube, I will also be reacting to the music videos, of which there are 5. It'll be uncut on Patreon. My Patreon's $2 a month. You get music reactions uncut. You get music videos now. I'm starting to do those. I upload an MP3 format. You get access to the Discord server. You can hang out and chat with me if you want. Hookers, cocaine. I mean, it's just everything for $2. It's quite the bargain. Quite the bargain, honestly. Let's jump in. I've been blabbering and not really saying anything. Track 1 is called Carter's Son, produced by Money Montage, Aura, and KK McFly. And here we go. He's been featured on, I forget which track. I've heard his feature on, God damn it, Tyler, and I think it was on Yeet too. I can't remember. Anyway, let's check it out. Here we go. Track 1, Carter's Son. Let's jump in. First time hearing Youngboy.
You're a genius, McFly.
Oh, that's probably McFly's producer tag, huh? Cool start. Got some horns in there.
Turn me up a little. Picture me, new 3D denim, I'm city rolling.
Cool.
But did I mention this my own clothes? The fuck you mean, made nigga about my own rolling. But if them crackers put me over, they gon' say I stole money. We own it. I went about to his trophy. My father left my system bros to them, I feel I owed it. But let's not be heroic, cause everybody
cool sound.
don't want us toting guns, but they let the fucking killers tote it. Let's take a ride and see though. What them people be though? Coke 45, the grip design, bought this bitch from casino. Soprano, no Soprano, we live life like Gambino. Had a short and BMO after that, post on the block look for a star on every honey. See no, I'm the top on YouTube. Fuck a new school. I don't use no beef. These niggas around me, they too cruel. They bust tools and die for me though. I don't pay money for no life. The murder play
This is
out
cool.
Me, so
Good blend between the production and his vocals. Cool production too.
You can't say I'm fucking with all this evolvement. These niggas ain't right and they ballin'. I don't give a fuck, no. I call up Osama, my baba. Like load up and come and rob all them. Came out alright.
I love that little swell in the horns there. That's cool. And that drum does make me want it to like drop in all the way.
And they go all off from ego.
That was great. That was super easy to listen to. That was really that was good. That Gets a Heart, starting out well. Track 1. Love the chill vibe. Love the, just the good blend between production and vocal sound. Good blend. Really mixing together well. Kind of like his flow right off the bat. Kind of like his vocal style right off the bat. Huh. No wonder this guy's fucking popular. Let's keep rolling. I'm not going to talk about, I'm going to do something I've never really done before. I'm not going to talk about lyrics on the first track. Let's just keep rolling. Let's roll into Time I'm On. I kind of want to, let's settle into the sound. Produced by Skinny, Louis Bands, and Dubba-A. Dubba-A? W-A? Dubba-A? There's probably a way to pronounce that, and I'm probably just butchering it. Let's drop in track 2, Time I'm On. Let's keep the sound rolling. I liked that first track quite a bit.
Louis Pants made another one.
I ain't never did it.
Cool.
Nah, why you acting like that?
Cool.
I do this shit, cause shit, I just be my own world. I drink codeine, my cup only dirty to relax. Smoking Halloween loaded, I just bought another pack. Don't walk
Cool.
up on me, catching you might walk into that strap. These hoes be on me, cause they know all the other niggas cap. All late night with 3, I ain't coming home. I been tryna make it through the head. You see me when I came and I was all alone. Now nobody understand the type of time I'm on. 4 choppers in the coupe, me and my bro now. Catch you when I'm on him. We gon' put it on him. Everybody run
This is kind of great, man.
That nigga that stole him and we don't even know them. I been living good on my own. I ain't no baby now. I got platinum plex around the house. I be high, I ain't worried about y'all. I drink codeine, my cup on it, dirty to relax. Smoking Halloween loaded, I just bought another pack. Don't run up on me, clutching you might walk into that strap. These all be on me, cause they know all the other niggas cap.
So there's one major question in my mind right now. How come people, I mean, I know he's popular. I'm not saying he's not popular. Why was this never pointed in my direction? How come I was never steered this way? Maybe, I think something that's interesting with the channel and doing these album reactions and the journey through hip hop and all this stuff, it's been great. And people have obviously learned what I enjoy, what I'm into, what I like to tear into, lyrics and stuff. And so because of that, there's a lot of, oh, you'll love this. You check this one out. You'll love this one, which makes perfect sense, right? Of course. You don't want to recommend something to a person when you know they're not going to like it, Like nobody's going to recommend the movie, Sex and the City to me. Not quite my jam. I'm not really going to watch that, But I totally lost my train of thought because I'm asking myself, why did I say the movie and why did I say Sex and the City? I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just like I'm off in a different parallel universe or some shit like that. But the process of going through and listening to albums that people recommend, and so many of them have been great, that process in itself almost becomes its own little like bubble, where it's like you listen to this, but by listening to this, you don't listen to these other things. And so, but the production is cool. I really like the production, and I'm liking the vocal performance as well. Great. It's just a great blend. It's true. He is very straightforward, and I was warned about this in terms of his lyrics are very straightforward. But that's not necessarily a problem. It's not like, I mean, okay, yeah, there's nothing necessarily fancy about what he's saying. You know, smoking hella weed, and I got codeine in my cup. You know, the hose are running in and out. I'm down here in California in the studio and all this shit. You know, not sleeping on the couch anymore. Got platinum blacks. I'm high. Ain't worried about y'all. That's a nice day, right? He's having a good time. And so, I guess in that sense, people would probably think I don't find this entertaining, but it sounds great, and that's kind of the point, right? Like, you gotta enjoy the sound of music that you're listening to. Otherwise, what are we doing? And you know, doing Ice Spice a couple months back, that was fun too, just because it was important for me to like break out of this intellectual chasm and just understand that music can be fun, and just for the sake of being fun. It doesn't have to be lyrically deep and have all these meanings and all these things. You know, it can just be fun. So, but so far, this is fun. Let's keep rolling.
Choppers in the coop, me and my bro now. Catch him when I own him. We gon' put it.
It sounds so good.
Everybody run bullets flying, niggas dying, we gotta show them.
It's nice and clean. Rich sound. It's moving around.
I don't play 100 rounds, 100 racks on your brain. Young niggas go round. It's a new made backseat, go back more space. Right between it's an ice tray.
Good flow right here.
New piece that shine, man. Walking around with racks on me, motherfucker, if it's flash.
I like that. It's like echoey, muted guitar strum. That was great. We're 2 for 2. That the sound on these 2 tracks so far is fantastic. This was a cool line. I don't blame no one for my struggle. I still fuck with my daddy. I'm still thugging high as fuck, riding around, toting ratchets. From what I understand, his dad got put in prison for attempted murder, so his dad just was not there. But, you know, that's cool of him to look, I don't blame anyone for my struggle. You know? That's good. But why? Why is that good? Why am I pointing that out? Why does this matter to me? Why? Why mention that? What's the point? I guess really I'm just impressed because it's only 2 tracks in. I really don't know anything about this guy musically or what he's about and so on. But from what I understand, he's kind of aggressive, kind of straightforward, you know, whatever. But it's kind of neat to see a person who is straightforward and maybe a little aggressive, whatever, but also not necessarily carry animosity for something that happened in the past that he had no control over, you know? Because it seems like that's something that happens to people, and hell, probably myself included. I can't think of anything on top of my head, but you know, there are things that happen in life that suck, that can put you on the wrong path, that can set you up for failure, whatever you want to call it. That was never in our control to begin with. And yeah, we can be mad about it, but that doesn't fucking fix it. It doesn't change anything, you know? So I like that. I like that he's not going to blame it. You know what? Yeah. Whatever, how it happened is how it happened, and you just keep moving forward, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. 2 for 2. Let's move on to track 3. It's called Hot Now. Lots of different producers thus far. Produced by, oh my God. I don't even know how to. These 2 guys. Marcus Music. Of Beat Execs. Oh, okay. So Beat Execs is the Marcus Music, and I don't know how you pronounce that. Guwops? I don't know. Anyway, track 3, Hot Now. Let's jump in. Really like the production thus far. Just nice and clean.
Keep up, I like it. Drive me all insane. Niggas wanna test us 45 psychic. You could try to cuff, I let it up and bust your brain. Chop sock, mini man, blah, blah, blah. Baby girl, I need that fan, cause I'm hot now. Broke ass niggas with that plan, they get shot down. Plenty of money, bitch, come on my land, see what I got now. Get shorter on them, saying she get the spinning like a lighthouse. I'm walking through the wall, trying to figure what the hype.
Nice little face in there.
Ain't with that talking, you get piped down. Shorty trying to fuck, I told her hurry and said, wait to get your phone. Cause I like it. I said it's funny, it don't cost that much. She say, why you told that gun already? You just fight. Cause the day I put it down, be the day I'm out of love.
Oh, interesting line right there.
The shit, get when you get your car, cause I like it. I said it's funny, it don't cost that much. Niggas wanna test us 45 sidekick. I hope these fuck niggas came with some luck. Keep up, I like it. Drive me all the time. Niggas wanna test us 45 sidekick. You can try the cup, I let it up and bust your brain. I chops out, many men, blah, blah. Baby girl, I need that fan, cause I'm hot now. Broke that nigga with that plan, they get shot down.
This is fucking great. I'm 3 for 3 on hearts. This is great. I'm laughing because last week I did Jay-Z's 444 album, and my initial experience with it was it caught me off guard with the style and this, really with the production, and it grew on me. I enjoy it now, but my initial reaction to it was not. And so anybody, there's a in the Discord server, obviously there's different people, and one of them is a huge Jay-Z fan, and he's probably listening to me right now going, God damn you, you bald man. How dare you enjoy Youngboy more than Jay-Z? The fucking production is great. And I said it on the first track, the mix between the production and the vocal performance, it's just a great balance. Great balance. I love how it sounds. It sounds free. It sounds easy. There's nothing forced. It's just great sound. And, I mentioned Ice Spice. Listening to this track, it kind of occurred to me, this is kind of like the guy's version of Ice Spice, if that makes any sense. Did the EP, Is It? I think that's what it's called, Is It? And just, I read a couple comments. People said, this is a great little EP to put on when you're getting ready to go out, with your friends. And same fucking thing, right? Same thing. This is a great sound. Put it on. You're kind of getting your energy up and shit, having fun, going out. This is great. This is fucking fantastic. Where was this? Why are you toting that gun? I'd rather you just fight. Because the day I put it down, the day I'm out of luck. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then there was another one. What was the other one I was laughing at? I can't remember what it was. Oh. These people want to test us. 45 sidekick. I hope these fuck people came with some luck. I don't know. The way he pronounced that, the way he vocalized that part was really fucking good. Let's move on. This is great. We're 3 for 3. Track 4 is called See Me Like It, produced by Nick Mira, J-Bo, Icy Chill Out, E-Trow, Mike Will, Made It. Lots of producers. I don't even think we've seen a repeat name yet for production. Interesting. All right. Track 4, See Me Like It.
Past this futuristic, they'll never get it. I wish for this not knowing what it'll be worth by the time I get it. Thought drugs would make me love you harder, but you still ain't feel it. This ain't about fans, this ain't about critics, this about how I'm living. Talk to me. No matter which way it go, time flow as we come, as we leave, we come back with another one, they'll never know. But they see, got them blind on my knees, in the skies, I can't take it. They say it's gonna get better. But it ain't seeming like it, it ain't seeming like it. They say my problems gon' get better. But it ain't seeming like it, it ain't seeming like it. Young and in the drop top, swerving lane to lane with a
nice little drop in right there.
You tryna serve something. This nigga flagged him down, tryna tell him that he heard something. He ain't take that too well, about a night he got him murked something. He put out, bent the block, lit the blunt and cop this Glock. He wanna lead the city, he just need enough for guap. Time flow as we come, as we leave, we come back with another one, they'll never know.
I like this chorus a lot.
But they see, got them blind on my knees, in the skies, I can't take it. They say it's gonna get better. But it ain't seeming like it, it ain't seeming like it. They say my problems gon' get better. But it ain't seeming like it, it ain't seeming like it. Bring them back.
I like kind of how the chorus is a little empty and just you get space in your own mind listening to this to consider the idea of they say it's going to get better, but it ain't seeming like it, I like that. I like the space that the chorus allows for your own thoughts to just kind of fill into the song with whatever you're dealing with, right? Because if there's a lot of music and shit and the production's going all over the place and he's vocal, it would kind of crowd out your own thoughts. But with it just being empty, your own thoughts can kind of breathe into the song. Fucking cool, man. This is legit. This is really legit. I'm enjoying this a lot. No matter which way it goes, time flows as we come, as we leave. Come back with it, they'll never know. What they see got them blind.
As time flow, I can't quote through the scope. I'ma aim, take the brains off a fuck nigga. Calm down, they thinking I'm lame, but my neck's bigger. And running out through my veins, blood of a thug nigga. Yeah, no matter which way it go. Time flow as we come, as we leave, we come back with another one.
Great sound. That extra element right there.
See, got them blind on my knees, in the skies, I can't take it. They say it's gonna get better, but it ain't seeming like it. It ain't seeming like it. They say my problems gonna get better, but it ain't seeming like it. It ain't seeming like it. Yeah.
Fucking great, man. This is great. That's kind of, that kind of might be my favorite so far. I mean, we're only 4 in. There's still plenty of music to get through, but I like that one quite a bit. I really like the chorus, how it just opens up and gives you, the listener, room to kind of put your own, whatever it is that you're worried about. Just kind of, and it's nice in the sense too, because worrying about things obviously never helps, obviously. But sometimes it's just on your mind, And this is something I've gotten pretty good with, where I used to kick myself all the time, like, don't worry about it. Why am I worried about it? Sometimes you worry. Okay, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for, what is that vicious cycle of I'm worried, I shouldn't worry, and now I'm upset with myself because I'm worried, and because I'm upset, I'm now worried about. Like, you're just piling on to the same thing. Sometimes your brain has just got to sort through shit. And this song is great for that, because it lets you just, the music, it's almost like the music is kind of helping you process whatever thoughts are on your mind, Great track. Fucking A. This is fantastic. I'm really glad I sat down with this. Track 5 is called Self-Control. Produced by Todd Pritchard. DJ Swift. Why does that sound familiar? Cash Money and Drum Dummy. That's a good producer name. Drum Dummy. Track 5, Self-Control. Let's keep going.
I'ma leave it with what I came in for, now what you saying? You don't want to take it there, don't go there with us now. Walked in with a styrofoam cup with pen and racks off in my hands. And we ain't coming for the loose, we want it all. Smoking drugs, cause I need it. So I could be calm instead of dangerous when you see me. You niggas know we quick to let it blow for any reason. Kick down your door, post up on your front porch and we ain't leaving. When my grandma died, I had to beat the eyes and it wasn't easy. When Buzilla died, I almost lost my mind, broke me to pieces. We been slanging knife but dumping all the risks, it ain't no secret. Cut a head across my neck, we beat them balls, you don't want beef with. I'ma leave it with what I came in for, now what you saying? You don't want to take it there, don't go there with us now. Walked in with a styrofoam cup with pen and racks off in my hands. And we ain't coming for the loose, we want it all.
I'm sitting here just kind of enjoying the music, enjoying the lyric. I mean, I'm aware of all the things that he's saying, and I don't care, which is interesting. This is new to me. This is very new for me to hear these lyrics, to hear him talking about this and that, posted up on the front porch and a fucking chains dangling around my neck and all this other. Because normally I would have been like, normally I'd be saying, well, I can't even like make fun of my old self anymore. Basically, I'm kind of going through like this own like personal revelation right now. Like, this is cool. I've shifted from a place I used to be in terms of what I wanted from lyrics and what I thought were good lyrics and all. And now I'm in a new space where I'm just enjoying the sound. This is something people have told me to do for part near 2 years now. His vocal performance is what I'm hearing. Yes, I hear the words. Yes, I understand what he's saying. And I just don't fucking care. The words are meaningless. They're really kind of meaningless. And it's not like he isn't saying anything. He is saying things. When his grandma died, I had to beat the odds. It wasn't easy because basically that's the person who raised him, whoever Buzilla is. Smoking the drum, smell it when I hit the door because I need it. I like this whole, so I could be calm instead of dangerous when you see me. You know, he's always smoking, so just to kind of stay calm and stuff. And I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's funny because I remember when I first started listening to hip hop and being, you know, having these ideas of, oh, it's rap just glorifies this and it glorifies that, you know, chains and drugs and violence, all this other shit. And then I slowly came to understand it doesn't. And now I'm almost like full circle to where, I don't know, maybe I'm a fucking hip hop head now. Well, I'm not a hip hop head. That's a different meaning. But like I feel like I finally get it. But now I can't explain it, which is why I'm bumbling around like a fool so much right now. So let's keep the music going. I'll back it up a little bit. But this is just kind of a wild experience for me right now in real time that you guys are seeing.
And we ain't coming for the loose, we want it all. Whole lot of rest on these BBs, on some slime on they got a green bag.
I love the flow right here.
Push your head all over the right thing. I ain't got nothing but a dub and a black card up beside my jeans. I just want head, can't fuck in the bed, it's just some things don't excite me. Testing your gun inside of the backyard, let it hit, get your aim up. My young and official, he wait in your backyard, and I call him the bank though. Wake up in the morning, get fresh as a bitch, I'm walking in you and some more jokes. Ain't no way we gon' dump.
I love how much work his voice is doing. The production is pretty chill, and his voice is filling in so much.
Every night before I sleep, I think about the north side where I grew up no whole time. Apply, put you to sleep before you can see. Pull up where you be in his own sight.
I like that little, whatever extra drum that was, that sound. That right there, that was cool. And it's fading out. 20 seconds of fade out still. Okay. 5 for 5 on hearts. This whole thing is great. I've said before in the past how it took me a while, but I kind of started to understand that rapping was the hip hop equivalent to guitar playing and guitar solos and things like that, you know? And I remember talking about how what's tricky with rap is with a guitar and somebody playing the guitar, especially doing a solo, you can know nothing about playing a guitar and watch someone and go, wow, that's impressive what they're doing. And with rap, you can't see it. You can kind of hear it, but if you don't understand what's happening mechanically within rap, then it's harder to appreciate, especially when compared to a guitar or somebody playing the drums really well or something like that. Because when you can watch them do that, it's impressive. So this whole rant I just went on a couple minutes ago is, I guess it's just fun for me to, you know, understand that concept, but now finally hear it through my own ear of hearing Youngboy, his flow, his vocal sound, the quality of his voice, and how these elements fill in so much sound in the song. How much of an instrument his voice is. And it's great. It really is great. And I haven't said much about the lyrics. I hopefully that doesn't disappoint people. I know some people really enjoy when I get into the lyrics and I discover things that they haven't discovered thus far. I think for the most part, these lyrics are pretty straightforward, which is what I was expecting. I was told to expect this. It's not a whole lot to say in terms of lyrics, but man, I really am enjoying the sound. And, you know, maybe there's been other albums where I wasn't as into it because maybe it just didn't sound as good. Like, this sounds great. And because of that, it doesn't matter what he's saying. It's kind of impressive, honestly. Track 6, it's called Make No Sense, produced by Bottomless. Let's jump in. Let's see if we get another heart. Let's see if we get 6 in a row.
I feel like on Gucci Mane in 2006. All these diamonds dancing on my fucking neck, cost like 4 bricks. Ain't no way that I be toting on that strap, don't make no sense. He $1 million nigga, but be posted in the bricks. It make no sense, yeah. It make no sense, no. It make no sense, yeah. Make no sense, yeah. Make no sense, no. Make no sense, hey, young boy. Make no sense, no. It make no sense. I could hit it, I could whip it, I could bang it, I could stash it, I could trap out like a motherfucker.
I kind of like that right there.
Ain't on me, bitch, I just bought another 30 burner. I whip too hard, so I got Ike and Meech got Tina Turner. It don't make sense, I'm not alright, bitch, I'll put you under. It make no sense, yeah. It make no sense, no. It make
this
no
part
sense,
right here is great. I'll talk about it here in a second.
Make no sense, no. Make no sense, hey, young boy. Make no sense, no. It make no sense, man.
Like on Seeming Like It, and I was saying the chorus was kind of open so your own thoughts could fill in. This is the same thing right here. So they're brilliant in this sense of when they get to these parts where it's kind of, I don't want to say like thought-provoking, thought-inviting. They open up. The chorus was kind of chill. The production just backs off a little bit. And so the same thing, like on Seeming Like It, the same thing. You can just be driving around doing your thing, whatever you're thinking about. It makes no sense. Man, goddamn, it makes no sense. So you just slip into the song. It's fucking brilliant. It's a cool technique. They're doing it very well. It's very subtle. And if you don't really like look for it, like, you know, like this, like you don't fucking sit down in front of your computer with it, right? You probably won't even notice it. But that's what makes it so good. You don't notice it. That's what's great about it. Let's keep rolling. This is amazing. And I love this, how they start the verse with that kind of harder beat sequence.
On TV, I could tell my young and hit him with the cutter. Motherfucker, that's a boy, real nigga blessed him with that boy. And he say, yeah. He out there, ate you play, he shoot you in your face. No, it make no sense, yeah. It make no sense,
Childish is space.
Make no sense, make no sense, make no sense, young boy. Make no sense, it make no sense,
This sequence is great. It kind of, that part, I think I like that so much because it reminds me of some of the metal songs, you know, where they just kind of, and then they'll kind of come out of that and go into the chorus or next verse or whatever. This is really fucking cool. I wonder, let's keep rolling. I don't want to, my brain kind of goes in circles in times. And so I was just going to say something I've already said before. I don't want to spend a lot of time repeating myself. Makes no sense. Gets a heart. We're 6 for 6, man. Third of the way through. 6 for 6. This is fucking cool. Really cool. I do, so far, feel confident in standing by my statement of, like, this is the guy's version of Ice Spice. Hopefully, there's probably going to be people who are upset by that. Like, oh, no, Ice Spice is trash. It's not about the music itself. It's not a direct comparison to her music. It's the vibe. And the people, the fan base, the vibe and how that vibe meshes with the fan base that's listening to it. It's the same kind of energy, really. People are probably going to be mad. They're like, I can't believe he compared her to Ice Spice. I'm not comparing Youngboy to Ice Spice. I'm not making a direct comparison. I'm talking about the energy you get from the music. It's too late. It doesn't matter. No one listens to me. They only hear the one part they don't like, and then they shut up. They just shut off everything else I say. So it goes. Da 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 da. Track 7 is called Rich as Hell, produced by DT Gibbo and 17 on the track. D-Rock. Fucking every single song has been a different producer so far. Track 7, Rich as Hell.
17.
I gotta bring it anytime and however you want it. Late at night and I can't sleep, I'm staying up, I'm tossing, turning. That's them bodies from my temple creeping on me. That's from me cutting them off and being home all by my lonely. Get it and bring it, I flip it, you know how I get it. I know some hard lives. I can speak that word and talk that word. I leave it scarred and pale. Press I got silence on that send me, bust your head for real. Press give me head and then I flip her, get that dick for real. Ballin', my niggas hauling, niggas be talking and I catch them walking. I do this often.
Good flow.
Know that I got him, you know I'ma stalk him. Fuck his fam, I pick his coffin. Catch you bad, bitch, I doubt it. I got black on top my lenses. I got straps inside that Billy. You won't play, I make you feel it. Come your way, make sure you get it. Bitch, I trap out like Griselda. Hollows, I mail on. Mojo with my silly. Police walking, I won't tell them. Talking on my silly with this bitch who came from heaven. Stutter in my purses, I got in my man. I got a bring.
I'm going to pause real quick. There's a thing, I trap out like Griselda, and it's annotated. Okay. He's claiming to have the same drug dealing skills as the Godmother, also known as the Queen of Cocaine, the Black Widow, Griselda Blanco. Oh, I was thinking of the artists, the group Griselda. Oh, interesting. The Godmother, also known as the Queen of Cocaine, the Black Widow, her real name Griselda Blanco, was one of the biggest cocaine traffickers and alleged murderers from Colombia. Blanco operated out of Miami, Florida, and was trafficking for almost 50 years. Most seem to agree that Blanco was responsible for around 40 murders, but others claim the number to be in the 200s. Interesting. I'm glad I clicked that. Let's keep rolling. I was going to talk about some other stuff. I'll keep it in mind. I'll say it at the end of the song. Yeah, this is cool. Again, not saying much about the lyrics, not much to say, but I'll kind of get into that at the end of the song. We'll talk about that.
Anytime and however you want it. Late at night and I can't sleep, I'm staying up, I'm tossing, turning. That's them bodies from my temple creeping on me. That's from me cutting them off and being home all by my lonely. Bricks and bells, I prefer that chopper. It's gonna kiss you and won't never tell. I can cook that dope
His
just like
his
a worker.
vocal
You can
performance
SPL.
has like a
Looking,
progressiveness
knocking,
to it.
talk loud,
It's
I don't need a
evolved
scale.
a
Plenty
lot.
money, but
It's
I'm
really
still
interesting.
thugging. This the richest hell. Whip that bitch out and she lick it. Check how a nigga be kicking. I got cases pending, I got THC is liquid. If I point them youngins hit it. I got bitches throwing up Billy. Blood, I got problems really. I piss out red inside the tub. Chopping it.
I like how you did blood in the tub right
Smoking
there.
stronger pressure pack inside my bag. Got big racks. She took rocks out her pocket. Told that bitch don't sniff that. Bricks and bells. I prefer that chopper. It's gonna kiss you and won't never tell. I can cook that dope just like a worker. You can XPL. Looking, I can eyeball. I don't talk loud. I don't need a scale. Plenty money, but I'm still thugging. This the richest hell.
Cool track. This one gets a heart too. Rich as hell. This is. So, there's one lyric I actually want to touch on, and then I'll say the other thing. I got all these things in my head, right? I gotta bring it anytime and however you want it. Late at night, I can't sleep. I'm staying up. I'm tossing, turning. That embodies from my temper creeping on me. Just interesting. I like that part because, and again, that chorus, that little portion, not as open as some of the other songs I pointed out, the other sections, but there's just a little bit of space. So you, the listener, can have these kind of same idea, you know, these things that are on your mind, staying up, can't sleep, tossing and turning type deal, right? Earlier, I was, kind of had the question of, well, how come this guy, isn't getting the love from the mainstream or from the music nerds or whatever, right? While also experiencing my own kind of shock at, holy shit, I like this, when a year ago I probably would not have liked it. And then it kind of occurred to me, that's why the music nerds don't like it, because there aren't these complex internal rhyming schemes. There aren't these word plays. There aren't these stories. There aren't these things to pick apart and fascinate over, right? So I kind of have answered my own question in a sense through my own experience with music this last year or so, which is, I'm going to go back to the Ice Spice thing. It's about having fun. And yes, it's a different energy, and we all have fun in different ways. We all have our own musical preferences and what we enjoy and what we think is great and so on. But that's the simplicity of this is what makes it so fun. It's fun. That's it. And I doubt Youngboy sits down when he's going to make a song like, all right, guys, let's make another fun one. Like, no, he's just doing his thing. And that's what's great too. He is who he is. He's doing his thing. He's doing it very well, very well. And that's it. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. And, 19 million monthly listeners, a lot of people are fucking taking it instead of leaving it. They're into it. And I get why. And it's nice for me because it reminds me that I and all of us little weirdo music nerds in the Discord server, we're the oddballs. We're not the normal music listeners. We're the weirdos that will sit down in front of the computer with the lyrics up and record listening to it and then go listen to it. Right. I think the people who like this music, myself included, they're not trying to fucking think about anything. They don't want to think about anything. They're not trying to dissect stuff. They're not trying to find the wordplay or this. They just want to have something that's enjoyable to listen to. Gets your energy up, having a good time. That's it. That's fun. That's what this is. Okay, let's keep going. This is cool. It's just a fun experience for me, kind of going through, like, deconstructing all this shit. I myself can be pretty good at complicating things, and I always preach about keep it simple, but I never keep it simple. I always make it more complicated. Track 8 is called Slime Mentality, produced by Dre Music. Louis Bands. Okay, so we're seeing him for a second time. Mike Laurie, Dubba-A, and I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Anyway, track 8, Slime Mentality. Here we go.
My mama slime. My sister slime.
What is
My brother
slime?
slime, my daddy slime, yeah, he slime.
Slime gang.
How you wanna do it? How you wanna do it? I'm in here. What you on for? Hey, 4K Trey. Hey, I'm
Okay.
Pretty dog, nigga, want that same shit. Nobody say, look, let's go. Boom, bow, pussy bitch, don't try to run now. Fuck nigga, I ain't have his head on. I'ma make sure that these niggas see me through the headphones. I been coolin', but these pussy bitches just won't leave me alone. Look, crack you in your shit just to see what's on your mind. And me sharing the sofa, still a come and kick your front door. Bro, geeking off that sofa, wildin' out, bitch, if you don't know. I'm telling you niggas, I drop a bag just to finish you niggas. He think it's
He's really pushing through right now with the vocals.
You niggas. At a show or anything, bitch, we gon' hit at you niggas. I want them all that's on my dog, bitch, we gon' get at you niggas. Don't give a fuck about who you call or who come out of town. The city know we step on shit. I'm slime. Don't give.
This one is a little busier than the others. I'm not enjoying this one as much. There's just a little too much happening, and I'm noticing that. And I was enjoying all these other songs prior because they were nice and clean and a little bit of open space. This one's busier, and it's not necessarily bad, but I don't like that as I like the other ones more. That's just. I like what Youngboy's doing vocally. He's really putting the work in. But I just feel like, maybe it's a little too much. But let's keep rolling.
Fuck about who they wrong, cause we gon' get them all. We ain't the ones to rep on, bitch. Check out my murder man dance. Look, put on side them, dump 100 in a car. Boom, bow, catch you slipping in, you ain't gon' see the more. This for dump behind him, we dying hard. I go by top, get out your top, I draw the sword. Everybody in here slamming with a nigga. Hey, they ain't no shit, they don't want no problem with a nigga. Don't give a fuck about who you call or who come out of town. The city know we step on shit. I'm slime. Don't give a fuck about who they wrong, cause we gon' get them all. We ain't the ones to rep on, bitch. Check out my murder man dance. Look, he came out of slime.
Interesting track.
Cause you gon' die. Don't give a fuck who come behind. Cause bitch we slangin' 9. Take his ass up top like high five. Don't give a fuck about who you call or who come out of town. The city know we step on shit. And I don't care who they around, cause we gon' get them all. We ain't the ones to rep on, bitch.
You know, it's funny because normally with all the albums I react to, there's like a summary of what the song's about and all that, and there's nothing. I don't know, you guys, I don't know how much attention you pay to the lyrics that are up. I think some of you do. There's been like hardly any annotations. And so why does that matter? You could go, well, it's all straightforward. No. It's because the music nerds aren't coming in and putting annotations. Like, here's one. Some of these other albums I listen to, the whole fucking song is annotated. The whole song. There's a couple here, but going forward, just kind of pay attention. There's been not a lot. Actually, this is some of the more, this is the previous track. The one reference to Griselda. That's it. That's it. No annotations. Kind of wild. One of the things that was occurring to me, I like how I just like blanked out right there for a second. That was a logjam in my brain. There's like 4 thoughts trying to come through at the same time. One of the things I'm noticing that I like is he kind of reminds me of Jid. A little, not a lot, but there's some similarities there in the style. I think it's the variation in the vocal performance. Jid, I love Jid. I really think Jid is great. I know Jid is getting big, but I feel like he should be bigger. I think he's gonna really, really, really blow up. I hope he does. Although he already has kind of blown up, honestly. But that variation of vocal style is great. In the vocal performance too, like the energy, and they're just kind of speeding up and slowing down and singing a little bit, and then some of the, sometimes with the enunciation just really kind of like popping off some of the words and shit. There's a lot of that going on here. I like it. The chorus, I did want to talk about the chorus. That was one of the thoughts that was log jammed in my head just now. Hold on, grew up in that fire, came out of slime. You don't want to talk because you're going to die. Motherfucker who come behind. Slang an iron, take his ass up like a high five. Don't give a fuck about who you call or who come out of town. The city know we step on shit. I'm slime. I don't know what slime means. I was hoping the annotation was going to do it, but that was reference to a gang. It wasn't exactly what the word slime means. Don't give a fuck about who they're around because we're going to get them all. I kind of like that. It's a good line right there. Does slime get a heart? Yeah. It gets a heart, barely. I think that one barely gets a heart, but it does get a heart. We're going to keep the combo going. We're 8 for 8 thus far. 8 for 8. Track 9 is called Head Blown. Produced by Mario Peterson, Link Music, fucking D-Rock, and 17 others. Okay, so get a couple more repeat producers here. Track 9, Head Blown. Let's jump in.
Okay, I'm geek. I need a beat. Come from the streets, stay with the heat. Full of that lean, young nigga told me fully loaded. I'm shooting if I hear a beep. I ain't with the fuckery, I'm a retreat. They know that it's up, but ain't out of
I like how he's rolling his tongue a little bit.
Real bad, so I started with head. I make it go deep. I just dropped out the top on that Lambo.
And he changed his flow there. Lots of variation.
I put big diamond rocks on top my ear blow. You see I'm loaded, but I ain't slipping. Get your head blown. Head blown straight up out of the system. Made nigga on the block with them killers. On go gorillas, everybody official. Tricking bad if he fall, I'ma live. If you loyal to me, I'm 100 right back. If you want them gone for a fake, I'm a clip. I was down bad, I ain't blame no one. Since you using me, bitch, they going to the fritty. These dog gonna sell every time that he call, pick up right away. I just hit the punch shop, upgrade my ammo. I put big diamond rocks on top my ear blow. You see I'm loaded, but I ain't slipping. Get your head blown.
I was laughing right there because I don't know why this whole, I hit the pawn shop, upgrade my ammo. It just reminds me of playing Grand Theft Auto. Like you roll into the shop, oh, let's get new ammo. Yeah, okay, cool, upgraded, awesome. The vocal performance is great on this. I love how he's doing that. He's kind of rolling some of the letters a little bit with his tongue. It's really cool, really cool. I don't know a single fucking word. Like I don't remember anything he said. I mean, obviously the lyrics are in front of me, but like it's all vocal instrumentation. And so I feel so torn because on one hand, I sit here and go, how could nobody enjoy this? Because the sound is so great. His voice, his vocals, everything that he's doing is such a great instrumentation of vocals. And the production is great in the sense that there's good sound, but there's lots of space for him to fill in and everything is there. But then I go, well, I wouldn't have liked this a year ago. Like, I get why people don't like it. And it's all because of what is being said. And so I'm living two lives right now. But the side that, would not have liked this is not here. Like, I'm fully enjoying this. And really what's happening inside my own mind is there's this battle of how do me now, current me, how do I convince the me from a year ago why this is good? Like, how would I make that argument to my own self so I can help others who think, no, I'm not going to listen to this shit, realize why this is so great? And then you just get into, well, because it doesn't matter because they won't like it. It's tough, right? That's the whole thing that's tough about music is when you love something and you really enjoy it and other people don't, and you explain it to them, and they go, yeah, I still don't like it. No, you don't understand. Let's keep rolling. This is fantastic.
I got out of my sack, I can't fuck up the bag, I'ma run up a check. I can
speeding
never
up here.
I be keeping it cool, I ain't none of them dudes. You gon' run off on who and get shot in your back. If you play, you get bruised. I was just on the news for some stupid little shit, I ain't tripping on that. When they say they won't smoke, I don't post to react, but they know that it's up and I'm sticking to that. Bought a roller for her and bought one for my son. I'm a factory lapse, now I'm ready to run. Shorty won't fuck with me real bad, so I started with head, I make her go deep. I just dropped out the top on that.
And he slows it down right here. It's great. 9 for 9 on Hearts. And the reason this track is incredible, I think, Headbone is really good. That was, you can hear the production here without him, right? As it fades out. That song was probably 75% vocals. Well, let's see, how do I say this? Because I'm not trying to put down the producer. I think the production's great. I think they're doing a great job. But so much of that song was Youngboy and everything that he was doing with his voice. Like, so much of that. Like, it would be cool to have the instrumental of that song and listen to the instrumental and then go back and listen to him with the vocals again. Like, huge amount of work being done with just his voice. And that's what's really impressing me so much is everything he's doing with his voice is incredible. Well, not so much that what he's doing with his voice is incredible, but the amount of work, the amount of instrumentation his voice is serving is incredible, is what I mean to say. Track 10 is called Ranada, produced by Lucas BL, Oliver, Basil, Benjamin. Jesus, just tons of people. Tons of people. And some of these songs, not to talk shit on the producers, but like there's multiple producers, but there's just not a lot being produced, which is fine. That's good. Youngboy, I think, as a rapper, needs that space because his voice, he does so much with it. But it's like, why do you need 5 guys to do 3 instruments or whatever? And I'm sure it's just like a legal thing, you know, whatever. But it is kind of funny to me. Anyway, okay, track 10, Ranada. Let's jump in.
John Land on the track.
A little bit of guitar lick there, all right.
Got a brand new penny and I think I pay over for it. I'm starting to think that I pay over for your love. I'm fresh as hell and it's your loss, I ain't no scrub. I was falling in love with you, I ain't take you as no dog. You something else, you don't know what to do with yourself. You grown, you don't need no help. My love is too heartfelt, but I just wanna wrap you up and hold you in my arms for the night. You been gone for so long, let's celebrate that we unite. I hit you up, you say don't call you, that was hurtful. I guess I figure after all I deserve you. Caught up in a thug, I swear I did not mean to hurt you. Well, look who we are, look what we built, now they could search you. Except all the pain, it come to a cease. Swear I can't wait to take you somewhere overseas.
It's a cool track. I'm not totally into it in terms of just like my own personal style, but it is kind of cool to basically hear a Youngboy love song, essentially. That's what this is, you know? What's this verse? This part's annotated. I hit you up. You said, don't call you. And that was hurtful. The annotation is just best lyrics for real, for real. I guess I figure after all I deserve you. Been a thug, I swear I did not mean to hurt you. Huh. So a little bit of strain in the relationship here. It's okay. They hook up later. Look who we are. Look what we built. Now they can't search you. Accept all the pain up. Come to a sea. I come to a sea. I swear I can't wait to take you somewhere over the seas. Waitress gonna wait the table dirt. I pouring some lean, watching Narcos, rubbing your feet. She's a real rough rider. Let me grab her. Yeah, sure. Okay, I know that part. I was falling in love with you. I ain't take you as no dub. I don't know what a dub is on that. You're something else. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're grown. You don't need no help. My love is too heartfelt. I just want to wrap you up, hold you in my arms for the night. Been gone for so long. Let's celebrate that we unite. Fucking Youngboy love song. Interesting. Let's keep rolling. I kind of liking the guitar, but it almost we'll finish out the song. We'll see if I feel like if the guitar is kind of cheesy or not. You know, because we're in the like a love song lane a bit, you know, a little bit of guitar in there. Let's see if it sounds cheesy or not.
And I think I pay over for it. I'm starting to think that I pay over for your love. I'm fresh as hell and it's your loss, I ain't no scrub. I was falling in love with you, I ain't take you as no dog. You something else, you don't know what to do with yourself.
I love this part of the beat right here. It's great.
Too heartfelt, but I just wanna wrap you up and hold you in my arms for the night. You been gone for so long, let's celebrate that we unite. Protect on your arm and about tears in your eyes. That wasn't a gift, there was some shit to make it right. She a real rough rider, let me get behind her. Put this dick inside her, and she just want my title. I make her eat a perk, fuck her, short it a survivor. She a hood queen, and her name is Ranada.
Yeah. That one gets a heart. We're 10 for 10. 10 for 10. Interesting song, man. Just kind of out of nowhere, too. I mean, obviously, there's no story in this fucking album, right? It's just song after song and what have you. There you go. But just kind of like this little fucking love song pops up. I make her eat a perk. Fuck her, shorty a survivor. She a hood queen. You know, that part, I make her eat a perk. Let's keep moving. Who knows? You know, that's one thing about language too. You know, I could interpret this a certain way, and it has absolutely nothing to do with what he's probably saying, what he's actually saying. You know, that's one thing I've learned with hip hop, man. What I perceive is not necessarily the reality in terms of what's being said in lyrics. Ranada, yeah, cool song. Track 11, it's called Lonely Child. Be interesting to see what he says in this because of how he grew up. I'm aware, you know, both parents are gone and then his grandma dies and shit. So maybe he'll open up, you know, got a little bit of a love song. Maybe Youngboy's feeling a little little emotionally available right now. He's going to open up a bit. Let's drop in. Track 11, Love Child. Or not Love Child, Lonely Child.
I just wanna be loved. The way I came in the game, the image that I had put out, they wouldn't expect me to have feelings. Well, it probably don't seem like it. But why they talk about me like I ain't human? But we all is. But I'm still being me.
Cool.
I'm still in the streets and I'm still thugging until them niggas put me on. Yeah, that's how we living. And that's how we going out. Feel me? Open your mouth. I say, mama, I'm so sorry. I got ice burn with my heart at.
Interesting.
On the road, why I had it hearted. I'm chosen, I'm so heartless. So heartless. I ain't know my age. He was 16, they killed it Dave. Mine in a rage. I'm way too young to feel his pain. I ain't know how to fade, but I dove in cause I'm a man. I love that girl to death. As we get old, our feelings change. I pay for therapy because my thoughts ahead of me. They keep on dragging me. I play for keeps, they scared of me. Just a lonely child who wants someone to help him out. I take this pain away because my head been running wild.
This is cool. I like this line right here. Going with no pen and pad. Got this shit right on my sleeve. What do you have on your sleeve? My heart. My heart's on my sleeve. I'm putting it all out there. So he's got all this. I go with no pen and pad. I got this shit on my sleeve. He's saying it's all in his. Like he's just coming. He's saying it from his heart. Doesn't need to write it down. This is just how he feels. This is a cool song. I'm glad we get one of these because this is a good. This is often like, not like a question in my mind, but I feel like this is something that is often overlooked, right? Especially with these artists who put out this hard front, this badass persona, whatever, but they're still people. They're still people. That's the truth at the end of the day, you know? The image, and I like that he says this all in the track. The image I had to put out there, they wouldn't expect me to have feelings. No, it probably doesn't seem like it. That's why they talk about me like I ain't human, but we all is. I'm still being me. I'm still in the streets. I'm still thugging, you know, until they put me under. That's how we're living. That's how we're going out. And then this opening verse here, Mama, I'm so sorry I got ice burned where my heart's at. So his heart's so cold, it burns, you know? I suppose that's what that means. On the road where I had it hard at, how am I chosen? I'm so heartless. Oh, heartless. Almost maybe a Kanye reference there, maybe, to 808s. I ain't know my age. He was 16. They killed Lil Dave. Mind in a rage. I was way too young to feel this pain. I didn't know how to fade. I dove in because I'm a man. Love that girl to death. As we get older, feelings change. I pay for therapy because my thoughts ahead of me. They keep on dragging me. I play for keeps. They're scared of me. So, I mean, this is kind of interesting. He really is just putting it all out there. And something I dislike, this comes up fairly often in Discord. People will talk about different artists and, you know, Extentation is a great example, right? There's a lot of people who, no, he's an awful person, terrible person, won't listen to him. My own self, I can't listen to fucking Kanye right now just because I just can't. I can't listen to him because all the crazy shit that he said, man, for me, it ruins the music. Slow Tie, he's got rape charges against him right now, which makes Ugly, the album Ugly, which is a great album, makes it hard to listen to now. There's some shit being said in that album. But all that to say, these are people, still people, have feelings, probably want to be loved just like anybody else. Maybe it's a little harder to love them. Maybe that person that wants to be loved is way deep down inside of there. But I mean, you know, you talk about a guy here. I don't know shit about Youngboy. I know he's got legal problems, or I understand that he has legal problems, but what have you. But when your dad's in prison and your mom's gone and you're raised by your grandma and your grandma dies and your fucking buddy dies, he's 16. He doesn't even know how old he was when that happened. This shit happens all when you're a kid. How the fuck are you supposed to manage that? Nobody's there to help him. He's kind of saying out right there, there's no one there to help me. How are you supposed to fucking deal with that? I don't know. I was just a lonely child who wants someone to help him out. Help take this pain away. Because my head's running wild. He's going fucking crazy, and there's no one to help him. You know. So this is a cool song. I like this one. Lonely Child's pretty neat. Let's keep rolling.
I fell in love with Kaylin without even knowing this bitch the snake. I'm missing Yaya daily. The one who don't make me feel base. Happiness I'm chasing. While killers behind me trying to blank. You don't know what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking, and you can't change. I miss my fucking daddy. I've been calling Montana my father. Times been getting harder. I came from that, now bitch I'm raw. I call Monique my mama, but Lord knows I need Sharonda. I don't need no commas. I'm feeling like I'm going on. My papa getting old, and once he gone, I'm on my own. Right now I'm all alone. I pray that grandma keep me strong. Can't even leave my home. My bracelet beeping, plus I'm down. I just won't be gone. My son straight, my money long. Tell me what you feeling. I hope that I can help you out. My youngins in that north. I pray that y'all gon' make it out. These bitches coming round, and they don't even like my song. I burn up the town before them niggas bust my dome. Oh Lord, I need some help because my life been real hard. The way I approach the game, it seemed that I'm hard. But I got feelings too, just like a little boy. Oh Lord, I'm grandma, baby.
That's fucking great. That was great. You know, these are one of those songs where sometimes it's tough to listen to because to me this is clearly a cry for help. And well, hold on. Let's back up. Let's not get too presumptuous here. You know? Not necessarily. Maybe it's not necessarily a cry for help. Maybe it's just him just needing to say the things that are swirling around inside of him. Music can be very therapeutic, cathartic, what have you. So maybe he's just saying this. But you know, there's truth to it too, right? I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that he's feeling these things, and there you go. Interesting. I love the part where he, I don't need commas. I don't need money. I don't need more commas. I don't need more money. Where the fuck was it? I don't need no commas. I feel like I'm going under. My pawpaw's getting old, and once he's gone, I'm on my own. Right now, I'm all alone. I play that grandmom keeps me strong. Can't even leave my home. Bracelet's beeping, so he's like on house arrest or some shit. I just want to be gone. My son's straight, my money long. Tell me what you're feeling. I hope I can help you out. I really like this part too. Tell me what you're feeling. I hope that I can help you out. In that, what I get from that is him making this song, his hope is that other people could also hear this song and hopefully not feel alone like he feels. He feels like a lonely child. He feels lonely. And it's great when these artists make songs like this and express these feelings because it reaches other people who also feel this way. And then what happens? They don't feel so alone, right? And that's incredible. That's a huge deal. Because if you feel alone, if you've got these feelings, you're like, man, I'm the only one. And all of a sudden, here's this guy who has 19 million listeners every month, huge artist. Oh shit, he's saying the same thing. If he feels the same fucking way. Holy fuck, this guy, that guy, Youngboy with who's got everything, right? It's got everything. Feels the same way I do. Holy shit. That's powerful for people. That really is. That's cool, man. I got a lot of respect for Youngboy for doing something like this because especially too if you're an artist who puts out this well, I shouldn't even call it persona. For all I can tell, this is just who he is, right? It's not necessarily a persona. For him to just come out and say something like this that's a big move. That's a big deal. It's kind of like his own little, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers type thing. To a small extent, right? Obviously. But this is good. Because from what I understand, this, I don't want to say this is like showing a weakness, but you hear that a lot. You got to be hard all the time, right? You can't show weakness because people will prey on that weakness and use it, take advantage of it and all this other shit, right? So for him to reveal this is impressive to me. Probably could have just said that from the beginning and bumbling around for 30 seconds or so, but I'm old. I talk a lot now. That's what I do. Track 12 is called Gang Shit, produced by Bezo. Let's drop in. Lonely Child's great. Seeming like it still might be my favorite though, but Lonely Child is a fantastic song. I'm very glad this is on the album. Track 12, Gang Shit.
Hey, Pretty Dog. Hey, 4K Trey. Bitch, ain't nobody say. No, side 38. We put guns to the face, we gon' die today. Gang shit, blow your brain, bitch. Who you playing with? Pistols get this buggin', do no talking, get your man.
Nice bass. Nice
pop your
bass.
top, that be that kill switch. That shit you talking phone and run up on me, you get killed, bitch. Bangin' 4K Trey, she a slime, bitch. Plus she got some tricks that's up her sleeve that blow your mind, shit. When it come to me, she never scared, she bust that fire. Hold on, bitch, I really been that, I ain't trying. Taliban, I get a bitch to make him buy it. He got there, nothing but convicted felons off of my end. Dive in, I promise after that, you gon' get shot then. Green flags and mad black Range Rovers and green FN. I ain't them dudes, bitch, you gon' pop poo. Oh, you should try then. Bitch, I be that nigga, cock your bag and go to fire. I'm bustin' all the sketch and after that, you hear them sirens. And that shit turn to something people end up dying. She gon' pop the cat for me and make it egg polo. She was in the bag, was get the clapping, then was rolling over. Back to back, I stayed, but I was leaning, started dreaming dozing. You know what I mean? All them beans tryna bend it all. You showing off your gun with nigga pop it then. I ain't sharing none of my hundreds out my pocket, friend. What you want? Say you drove, need to stop it then. These niggas on hoes, your best interest is to lay low. Says up, so I catch you, bitch. I'ma knock your fucking face low. I'm gang, nigga. Gang shit, blow your brain, bitch. Who you playing with? Pistols get this buggin', do no talking, get your man. Them gunners go to tweak and pop your top, that be that kill switch.
I like that gang shit is right after Lonely Child because I don't like it. And I like it because it challenges me. And I say that I don't like that it comes right after Lonely Child because it challenges my own opinion. Like right here, right now, my own preferences and how should, this and that. I'm face to face with it. And what's great is I'm realizing in real time right here that normally I would have a hard time with a song like Gang Shit being after Lonely Child because there's such contradictions to each other, right? Oh, you've got this other song he's talking about, oh, I'm lonely and this and that, and now here he is doing gang shit, and so that's, it's a contradiction, and like this is like the old me, right, from a year ago. But what's great about this and why I like that Gang Shit is right after a song like Lonely Child is because it's both. It's not a contradiction. He is both. And the reason why I like that is something I'm trying to work on in my own personal just space, my own mind. And something I dislike so much about like the current discourse that exists online about all these different topics, political, religion, culture, social, like all these issues, right? So much of this shit has gone to like a full binary state where you can only agree with one idea or the other. And it seems like there's no room for discussion about all this shit that exists in the middle. And it seems like all these arguments are exclusive. You must think this, and if you think this, you cannot think that, right? And that's bullshit. It's total bullshit. Just like the idea of being a lonely child and then going into gang shit and oh, it's a contradiction. That is also bullshit because it's both. He is both. He is living this life, and while he lives this life that is explained here in gang shit, he also feels like a lonely child. It's both. It's not a contradiction. So this is all good for me because this is another a bias, misconception, preconceived idea, whatever you want to call it, that I'm having challenged right now, and it's crumbling away. The idea, because this is something I complained about with Drake. It's something I don't get with Drake, right? Like he's all, oh, I went to the strip club, and this and that, and then the next song, oh, I'm sad because my girlfriend's not here and she doesn't want to spend time with me. And I'm like, yeah, because you're at the fucking strip club. But the thing is he's doing both. Now with Drake, I don't give him as much of a pass because, well, actually, why though? Like, I mean, Youngboy could leave the life if he wanted to. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't know how to live a fucking normal life, quote unquote normal life, right? Like sitting at home playing Diablo 4 all day. Normal life. Where you got fucking bags on your eyes because you don't sleep because you just get up and play Diablo, right? Normal life. By the way, I could stop playing Diablo 4 whenever I want to. I just don't really want to right now. Okay. I totally lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about Drake. I don't know why he came into my mind. Anyway, it's both. It's both. And this applies to so many lives in so many ways. Usually subtle ways, you know. Like I want to lose weight and I want to drink beer. Both of those desires exist in my mind. And I put in effort to both. I go running and I'll not eat some food for a while and I'll lose a little weight. And then the weekend comes around and I drink beer. It's both. I'm doing both. I'm losing weight. And I do lose weight, and then I drink beer and get my weight back, which is great. That way I still have weight to lose. That way I can pursue both of these things at the same time. Oh, God. This has been a fun ride. Track 13 is called Rebels Kick It, produced by Wheezy. Let's jump in. I'm feeling weird. I shouldn't be having this. This is my second energy drink of the day, and I shouldn't be having it. I'm getting all, like, fucking jittery and shit. I feel like... that crackhead that Dave Chappelle would play all the time on Chappelle's show. All right, track 13, Rebels Kick It. Oh, I didn't press the button. Let's press the button. There we go.
Ain't no going back, my nigga Weezy on the track.
Different sound here. Different style.
Can I take a minute for to tell you how I'm living? Yeah. I'd rather show you fuck the critics. I'ma try leave out the kid. Young nigga pull up in that Bentley with no head. This a motion picture from the trenches. Check how a nigga kick it. 4-wheeler big mention. Pop out, get with it. Yeah. Whole lot of big mentions.
Great vocals again. Youngboy's got amazing vocal ability.
Sending God my wishes. Still got some pending. I'm with some hoes more really than these niggas. And that's a fact. I'm with my bros more truly than these bitches. Understand that. Youngin' from the slums and he don't tote no pistol. You ain't heard of that. Only lady playing, we coming from a pencil. He don't know about a trap now. Get trapped in fucking with these hoes. She just want a baby. More deep in the life, he worry about his goals. She think it's crazy. All through the night, back to back, hitting them poles. This shit amazing. In his hood, he don't see no greatness. He gon' grow and let it phase him. Can I take a minute for to tell you how I'm living? Yeah. I'd rather show you fuck the critics. I'ma try leave out the kid. Young nigga pull up in that Bentley with no head. This a motion picture from the trenches. Check how a nigga kick it. What you think?
So pause real quick. Interesting first verse. Lots going on here. I don't really want to go through every line, but he's saying a lot in this song. This is the part that was interesting. Youngin' from the slums, and he don't tote no pistol. We ain't heard of that. Like, how are you going to be from, you know, wherever you're from, and you don't carry a fucking gun, right? I'm going to let him play it. We're coming from a pencil. He don't know about a trap. I don't get that. We coming from a pencil? I don't know. The only thing I can think of is lead. I don't know. Get trapped and fucking with these hoes. She just wants a baby, more deep into life. He's worried about his goals. She thinks it's crazy. All through the night, back to back, hearing them pulls, just amazing. His hood. He don't see no greatness. He's gonna grow or let it phase him. Got some OGs in the hood, got to write about him. They like that he keeps his head in them books, so they won't let you slime about him. Police probably slide him, only for to see if he got that fire on him. But Youngin ain't getting that. He ain't feeling that. So he learned to hide on him. So he's hiding from the cops. Now let me tell you about I'm a different breed. It's interesting. So there's this whole little like sub-story about this guy who's smart. He's not carrying a gun. He's still from the hood. Interesting. I have no idea. No idea who it's about, obviously, but it's kind of interesting, like little sub-story. And then here, had my first baby at 16, no plan B. I had one dream. It was something like Luther King. Wanted for her to keep the peace, but couldn't turn 17 before he knew it. Me and Ben was hopping out of the bushes at them bitch-ass people. Shit, you gonna die or you gonna take one? That's an interesting question right there. Like, if you live in an area of violence, what have you, right? You're carrying a gun. If you get into a certain situation, your options are to die or to kill someone. What's your answer? You know? You up that fire, you better break one. What's the hassle? Which is a fair question too. Like, if you're in that situation, I mean, if he's going to kill you, then why are you hesitating to kill them, right? If you up that fire, you better break one. What's the hassle? I'm assuming that's what they're saying. Still to this day, I'm on FaceTime talking with the pastor. Like, is they with me or against me? Probably want me splattered. Huh. Let's keep going. Interesting song.
And I love you to death. I'll never go against you. I never put anything before you. Not these diamonds, not this money, or neither these hoes. Whatever goes. Can I take a minute for to tell you how I'm living? Yeah.
I like the beat. This little.
I'ma try leave out the kid. Young nigga pull up in that Bentley with no head. This a motion picture from the trenches. Check how a nigga kick it. 4-wheeler big Benji. Pop out, get with it, yeah. Whole lot of big Benjis. Fuck around, I spin it, yeah. I spin it, yeah.
Another heart. 13 in a row. 13 in a row. Old head is just rolling his eyes out right now. Rolling his eyes out. You bald bastard. How can you? How could you like this more than 444? Now, that brings an interesting question, though. Do I like this more than 444? I don't know. One thing I do have a hard time with in the hip-hop community is there's a lot of comparisons, right? You compare this album to that album and this artist to that artist and this verse and that verse and features, all these fucking comparisons all the time. To me, it's honestly, it gets a little, I was going to say exhausting. That's hyperbolic, a little tiring sometimes. I was like, can we just stop? And in terms of, an album like Jay-Z's 444 versus this, there's no reason to compare them at all because they're wildly different from each other. They're both doing completely different things for different reasons. So to compare them, to me, makes no sense. It's like comparing a truck to a car. Yeah, you can drive both of them, but they're totally different. Totally different. Anyway, so I won't answer that question if I also, actually, maybe I will answer the question because there's a difference between something being better than the other and enjoying something more than the other. Like broccoli is better for you. However, I enjoy donuts more. There you go. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. Track 14 is called Outta Here Safe. It's featuring No Cap, Quando Rondo. Produced by Marcus. Music of Beat Execs. I think he was in like track 2 or 3. He was earlier in the album. Track 14, Outta Here Safe. I was gonna say, Marcus, you're killing the beat. I have really enjoyed the production of this one.
I want some hoes who don't mind beating a bitch and one of them body. I want them hitters who packing no pistols, I swear one of them got it. Numerous bitches who wanna get laid, swear one of them exotic. And you don't wanna do it that way, you won't make it out and say. I see these niggas mugging, but that shit ain't nothing better, niggas gon' doubt that face.
Great beat. Great beat. And I love that like light guitar. Piano? Great flow. I like that line.
Disaster on my wrist, that shit flooded. You see my cup, you see my stick, both of them dirty. Feeling like Drake, I'm straight out the seat. Not talking them back, boy, I come out the brick. If I tell you it's up, nigga, that's what it is. I spare your mama, I spare your kids. Codeine got my vision blurry, but I'm rocking my clip. Free massages from these hollow tips. It's free to see how guns feel. Man, my niggas come to your party. Buying a murder somebody. I want some hoes who don't mind beating a bitch and one of them body.
Quick pause. I don't really have a lot to say. There was a great line in here. I don't hate snakes in the yard so the grass stays cut. Great fucking line. That's a great line. And, I was going to say that's like the only wordplay he's done, but that's not true. He's done lots of wordplay. But that's just a cool saying, I don't like snakes in my yard so the grass stays cut. That's cool. It's almost like some fucking like mobster type shit right there. Love the sound on this one. Love the sound. Let's keep rolling instead of talking about it.
I want them hitters who packing no pistols, I swear one of them got it. Numerous bitches who wanna get laid.
I can't tell what that is. It almost sounds like an acoustic guitar, sort of, or a piano, but it's a great sound.
to Timmy trying to kill her.
how the production slows down
like
here.
you miss me forever, my dog that made it fall. I want all my children cribbing for the politics. Rich living, we gon' break the law. Bitch, I stand on nation business, go against them. Niggas know we don't play at all. Ain't nobody really safe at all. Off-white drip, they gon' try to drag. Hey, I need a bitch from the trenches.
Nice hesitation there.
Hey, I like a better in Crystal New Hills. I know they won't love us.
You don't do it that way. You won't make it all they say. I see these niggas
Really
waiting,
catchy
but they
chorus.
say they better niggas gon' doubt that face. Got a lot of blue racks,
Just
we count about
all these
weight.
elements together makes it very catchy.
Young nigga came outside today. Up ain't got no real estate.
And again, I've said this before. I'm kind of, trying to not say it over and over again. The vocal performance is filling in so much onto the track. On it. It's just fucking fantastic. 14 in a row, hearts, man. This is incredible. Now, for everyone thinking, oh, see, we should have gave this to Bob long time ago. He would have loved it. I knew he'd love it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't know if I would have fucked with this a year ago, man. Again, I was so hung up on lyrics and stuff like that. And they are important, and they can play an incredible role in a song. But it's been a neat little journey recently. Thriller, fucking Ice Spice, even Nicki Minaj, Control by SZA, although it's a little bit more of the R&B. But just some of these albums that I've listened to that are more about just fun. Just have some fun. Don't worry about lyrics. Not too worried about the lyrics. Although Nicki's got some fucking bars, man. She can put some lyrics out there too. Track 15. It's called In Control. Produced by India Got Them Beats, Mike Lowry, and W.A. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, let's jump in. Track 15, In Control.
I need to talk to Mike Lowry.
Oh, Mike Lowry. Bad boy.
SK machine guns, it's two of us with 4-9. Tripping off no broke nigga, that fuck nigga get blowed down. Riding around with them sticks, nigga, these bitch niggas get rolled down. You ain't know with the shit, nigga, we'll slide on them, they know it now. Pull up with them poles, nigga, froze and get shot down. Youngboy in control,
beat,
niggas
again.
know I blow your block down. He was with his bros, talking bold, but he not now. You want some fame, we got them glizzies, get you hot now. Money on your head, I get your bankroll. I wake your mammy and your daddy if you ain't know. She acting classy, throw some money on the stain cold. I pull up acting with that ratchet in my raincoat. Whip up the Glock, get out your top and get your brain blow. We got them Hellcats, but we dipping in the Rango. SK machine guns, it's two of us with 4-9. Tripping off no broke nigga,
Cool
that
beat.
fuck nigga get blowed
Higher
down.
energy
Riding
on
around
this
with them
one.
sticks, nigga, these bitch niggas get rolled down. You ain't know with the shit, nigga, we'll slide on them, they know it now. Pull up with them poles, nigga, froze and get shot down. Youngboy in control, niggas know I blow your block down. Hopping out with my chains on, bitch nigga, don't tuck your tail. Youngboy lit top, nigga, bitch nigga, don't second trail. SK machine guns, it's two of us with 4-9. Tripping off no broke nigga, that fuck nigga get blowed down. Riding around with them sticks, nigga, these bitch niggas get rolled down. You ain't know with the shit, nigga, we'll slide on them, they know it now. Pull up with them poles, nigga, froze and get shot down. Youngboy in control, niggas know I blow your block down.
So this one with In Control. Oh God, what was I gonna say? How do I say this? Come on, brain, kick it out. Let's coalesce the thought here. Let's make it a sentence, so it'll come out into the microphone, so other people can know. Lonely Child. Went over it. You guys are aware of that. We understand that one. This one's interesting too because it's higher energy and it's like the inverse of Lonely Child. Like it's like the other side of the mind. Sometimes you have these thoughts and you kind of you get to settle into your surroundings and understand where you are and what you're doing, what's going on, and maybe you don't feel that great. But then other times you're swept up in it. Kind of like not bitch. Art of Peer Pressure, right? Great song, fucking great song. This one feels like, okay, he's doing his thing. He's swept up in it. It's higher energy and all this other shit. And there was an element of Lonely Child where it felt like he felt like there was no way out type of a thing. Kind of like a freight train on the tracks and the tracks are going that way and there ain't no turning this bitch. Like it's just, this is where we're going. And that sucks, right? There's no way to change it. And I only bring that up because this feels like one of those moments where if you're on the train, even though the train is probably going to a terrible place, you also don't want to like fall off the train and you got to keep the train running. That whole thing, kind of like fueling the device that's eventually going to destroy you type of a deal. But that's what you're supposed to do because if you don't, it'll end up killing you too, in a way, you know. And so I know I'm not really saying anything that makes sense, but think of it of an environment where if people are fucking trying to kill you, you kind of, you know, if you're swept in up in that, if you can't just turn around one day and be like, all right, no, I'm done. I'm not going to attack you anymore. You can't attack me anymore, because the people are going to go, no, we're going to still attack you. That's not how that shit works, you know? Anyway, I know I said a lot without actually, I did a lot of talking. I didn't actually say anything, right there. Just interesting contrast, I suppose. And just, I feel like this is a portion of Youngboy where he is kind of swept up and even excited by this element of life, where other times he realizes how destructive it can be. And I don't think there's any intentional mechanic happening here. I think it's just, you know, it's one of those and scenarios, you know? Yes, he's lonely, and he's doing gang shit, and sometimes he's having fun. It's all of these ands put together to make the person. All right, enough talking for me. That was a nice attempt, but I think it was a miss. Track 16 is called I Don't Know, produced by Elliot Bohr, Too Dope, and Beatmonster Mark. Track 16, I Don't Know. I do like the tracks are a little bit slower in tempo. Like In Control and Head Blown, I think, were faster. Or no, maybe it was Rich in Hell. Rich as Hell, I can't remember. I like the slower tracks.
Pick up, I've been calling all night. I just want to see where you're headed. I just put in front your house inside that Maybach. Cause if we love us, why we scared? Come jump in, pop a package, this a 10. Let's take out at the jury end. We can fuck in a room and pretend that we on an island. Make sure our time well spent. And I got some things I need to change by myself. I seen them start to put that blame on myself. I'm starting to think that I bring pain to myself. Slime, I am me and I am nobody else. And I'm starting to think I've been here before. See my grandma cafe right across the road.
I got some things I need to change by myself. I seem to start to put that blame on myself. I'm starting to think I bring pain to myself. Slime. I don't know what slime means. Let me know. You guys will let me know in the comments what slime means. I am me and I am nobody else. All of those. I'm so glad I ranted and raved a couple minutes ago and said nothing by using a lot of words, but eventually to get that point of the ands and the ands and the ands to create the person. I am me and I am nobody else. And I'm starting to think I've been here before. See, my grandma can fit right across the road. That I don't really fully understand. They would have never known I lived here before. The way I pull up in these fancy cars and clothes. What an interesting closer for a verse talking about, you know, going with his girlfriend and all this other shit and, you know, drugs, right? Just this momentary pause. The production slows down. And I'm kind of glad this comes in right after In Control, because In Control was higher energy, and it's almost like an extension of that. And then he gets this, this little moment of, kind of like realization again. So let's keep going and see how the song finishes up. We're about halfway through.
I never known I lived here before. When I pull up any fancy cars and clothes. Pick up, I've been calling all night. I just want to see where you're headed. I just put in front your house inside that Maybach. Cause if we love us, why we
That's a good line too, because if we love us, why are we scared?
Pop a package, this a 10. Let's take out at the jury end. We can fuck in a room and pretend that we on an island. Make sure our time well spent. You better not play with me. I won't play with you, but every couple fight. You blow shining on my wrist and your shit shining bright. If I can't trade the cases, me and you shit, we gon' die tonight. We got plenty ammo, plenty guns, we got airtight. This that Hellcat switching lanes on a bloody night. Nigga snuck him in the club, so he had bloody ice. Boom, bop, boom, boom, bop, boom. Bitch, that's right on sight.
Good. Just, again, the vocal, he's fucking great.
Pick up, I've been calling all night. I just want to see where you're headed.
Huh. Really interesting song. This is one of those sneaky songs. I'll let it finish. This is one of those sneaky tracks because, especially this late in, right? Track 16 of 18. We're 16 of 16 on Hearts, by the way. We're full run. Especially if you're familiar with Youngboy, or even if you're not, but you're getting into him and you're kind of listening and realizing, oh, okay, there's not a whole lot with the lyrics. So I have to, it's just kind of saying the same stuff. This one's really sneaky because it sounds like some of the other songs. Okay, he's just doing his thing. And there's even lyrics in there. So if you're like paying half attention and you catch the half where he's talking about, the Hellcats and he's got his guns or whatever, right? But then you just get these bits. I've been calling all night. Just want to see where your head's at. Pulled in front of your house. If we're lovers, why are we scared? This line is this: we can fuck in the room, pretend that we're on the island. I don't know what that means. On the island. Make sure our time is well spent. And the song is called I Don't Know, and it just feels like this. The first chorus, it kind of concludes with this little moment of like self-realization. Starting to think I've been here before. I'm putting the blame on myself. I bring pain to myself. So it's little insights there. And with the song being called I Don't Know, it feels like he's just kind of like this internal battle with himself on what he actually wants from life. Cool track. I like that one. 17 is called Where's the Love At? Or Where the Love At? Produced by Drum Dummy. Let's drop in. 17. Cool sound to start with here.
I took a loss, but now I'm looking what a chance at. But I'm a boss, you need some help, and I can hand it. I wish I
Cool beat.
Ain't no violence. But I've been toting on that pole every time that I roll, trying to bust a nigga head if he try me. At night I need someone on side me just to hold me. But I was trying and I'm really tired of saying that. I'm tired of thugging, now I'm trying to see where the love is. How my son approach me, I'ma shout out. Bitch, I beat that nigga, knock your block out. Ride with them killers with them Dracos while the cops out. You standing for them hoes, we go to hit and make sure they get down. Cause you know how we get down. No outsiders, is only family round. I'm with that
nice.
Been filled with shit since I was 20 pounds. And I'm a gangster, make me mad and I won't turn down. My mama said if I won't last, I need to slow it down. I told my mama, motherfuck it, I'm dying about it. Them niggas play with us, ain't no surrender, I'm riding about it. I took a loss, but now I'm looking what a chance is. But I'm a boss, you need some help and I can hand it. I wish I was somewhere where it ain't no violence. But I've been toting on that pole every time that I roll, trying to bust a nigga head if he try me. At night I need someone on side me just to hold me.
I like this combination of rapping and singing. I like how he kind of slips around between the two styles because he can rap really well, really fast flow, and then he's a pretty decent singer, honestly. I mean, and it's not even necessarily singing, but he's just, I don't know, there's a style that he has that I really enjoy.
He went to jail behind that money, I ain't know his plan. But no more, he won't be a dummy, I'ma throw him banned. But hold up, I need to thank my grandfather. He showed me how to fix some cars, now I can work that road now. Don't judge a nigga, since I moved from Woodham, it been hard slime. From these streets, I ain't getting nothing but pain and some jail time. I wish I was somewhere where it ain't nobody.
As you see, man.
But I've been toting on that pole every time that I roll, trying to bust a nigga head if he try me.
On Lonely Child, I was talking about how important it is, how great it was that Youngboy would make a song like that and, likely connect with other people who feel that way and kind of help them out by saying these things. And this one is kind of in a similar vein, this idea. I mean, just imagine, maybe you're not necessarily lonely and you're not living the life that Youngboy's living. Maybe you don't live, in an awful area, but you just don't live in a great place either. You're just kind of down. We'll just say that. You're just kind of down, Just this line, I wish I was somewhere where there ain't no violence. That's pretty easy to connect with right there. At night, I need someone on my side just to hold me. Stuff like that. And I feel like this is another song where he can kind of help pull some of the emotions out of the listener, and the listener can go, yeah, man, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not the only one who feels this way. It's important. It really just is important. I'm tired of thugging. I'm just trying to see where the love at. Good track. Well, we got one more. If we go 18 hearts in a row, I'll be quite impressed. But at this point in time, I'm pretty much converted over to Youngboy. So it'd have to be a big miss in my opinion. And I don't think that's going to happen. So Free Time is the final track, produced by Captain Kurt and Beat Monster Mark. Let's drop in. Final track, Free Time.
Hey, ma, what do?
I don't know everything I want. She need time. Oh, I need time. Oh, I know that it's real. Feeling me in my body, run emotions. I had it on me, ain't know it. Can let in your head like a token. I'm leaving scars on your body. It ain't no status. We all undecided. Want my attention, they say top. Stacking that money, it grow to the Lord. Don't want me a bill in my interest and roll. I got problems, I wanted it go. All that shit from a child took a toll. I be running, no time for these hoes. She need time to think and I say no. I'ma stretch them and top it, he telling my business. We conniving and rapping, ain't changing my lip. Nigga know how I'm rocking, no flapping, I hit. Pussy nigga be hollering, ain't coming.
Great flow again, man. God, just.
I don't know everything.
And then he slows it down for the chorus. It's great.
I need time. I ain't got time to leave. I drunk too much lean. I can't feel my feet.
I can't feel my feet.
Check out a nigga be dripping. We on it, we surfing in business. Yeah, slide.
So he's changing the style again here. Again.
That chopper be popping, I spit it, I call it, I'm screaming, get riddance. Yeah, you know that I'm popping, I'm skillet. These bitches won't get in my business. I say that I'm running, them hitters be gunning. I'm dropping it on them niggas go on. I'm riding the black, blowing loud with the long. I'm in love with the money, I spend it off some. While I run with that sack, I'ma try not to fall. I'ma stay with that pole in the bag like a plum. Get away from my love, I see that it's coming. She be stalking, she got me, she turned to a hunter.
Haha, 18 hearts in a row. That was great. Oh my God. Huh. What a trip. What a trip. So I kind of want to apologize because I didn't tear into the lyrics a whole lot. I hope this was not a bad reaction video. I don't know if you guys will believe it, I still get a little self-conscious about that. I don't feel comfortable just sitting and listening. I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with that. If I'm not talking about it, it starts to feel dumb, and then I start to get like self-aware, like, oh, I'm just in my living room listening to music, recording myself. It feels weird. So there you go. But I also feel like if I would have tried to dig into the lyrics more, it would have killed the flow of what was going on. And really, I said it earlier, I'm going to stand by it. I feel like this is the bro version of Ice Spice in a way. Energy. Put it on. Fun to listen to. Not trying to think about anything. It just good music. You flow with it. It's great. That's it. Fun. There you go. All people are going to hear, though, is Ice Spice. This is fucking cool, man. It's really cool. So now the tricky thing is, and I think this will be a challenge this week as I listen to this more, which will be very easy, is what songs will kind of lift out as standouts from the others. Because one thing I did notice, I'd say about 4 or 5 songs ago, I was to the point where I was like, okay, I kind of get it now. Not that I think any of these songs should necessarily be trimmed out. The album, I've been going for about 2 hours. That's why it feels so long. It's because I'm pausing and talking. I think when I listen to this uninterrupted just by myself, this hour is going to flip right on by. 55 minutes is going to go fast with these songs. Especially that last one, Free Time. It felt like it was a minute. It's 3 minutes long. It felt like it was a minute. But it'll be interesting to see, okay, yeah, this song rises. I really like this song. I really like this song. I remember when I did Whole Lotta Red, that one was a fun one just because a lot of songs on that one too. And listening to it, multiple times. Oh, yeah, I like this one. Oh, yeah, I like this one. Oh, yeah, I like this one. I think this one's going to be more so like that. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I feel like I've said everything I wanted to say about the album during the reaction and kind of between tracks. And just this has been a fun experience for me personally. Really enjoyed the music. Really glad I sat down and listened to Youngboy. But I'm having my own experience in terms of remembering where I was a year ago and the things I care about. And I feel like this is a good push in another direction for me in terms of just listening to music because it's fun for the sake of having fun, and that's it. No analytical, you just put it on and it's there and you enjoy it, and that's it. No complications. Which I am not good at. I'm good at complicating things. That was cool. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. And good suggestion. I know there's a shit ton of Youngboy albums out there, so good suggestion on picking this one. It was pretty well agreed upon. That yeah, this is pretty much one of the better ones. Like, if it isn't his best one, I think most people would say it's probably in his top 5 or whatever. Like, really good fucking album. Huh. Okay, well, if you're on YouTube, this will be the end of the video for you. I'm going to do reactions to the music videos now, so I'll set up for that. And thank you for watching. And if you want to join the Patreon, it's $2. Yeah, okay.